Are you riding more on the XP Vortice or on the Boardworks one, or what's the difference for you?
Both, actually, because this year what I'm gonna do is I'm making one fun team. We're making one celebrity race where we're having 4 people on top of one board instead of 2. So
from Molokai?
From Molokai, yeah. Oh, so the criteria with that is you have to be 1 girl, 1 celebrity, and then 2 other guys and stuff like that too. But anyway, we're trying to get more the average person to get involved and have fun, So right on my team I got Lanai.
You can switch out boards too on that, or you got to stay on the same board?
Same board.
So Lanai has no problem riding he's beginner too, right?
Yeah.
And he can ride the XP no problem?
He's been riding the XP and the other one and stuff. We've been going and training, all that. But what's been good is they've been hanging with me almost every day. Lanai, Malika, Dudley, and just training. So, we're just going out for have fun and do that whole 32 miles and stuff like that too. And Victor, who you saw earlier also too, is part of our team. Yeah.
So if you're trying to decide between, let's say, Holo XP and the Boardworks one, what would you? What's the differences? What's better for what?
I think for people who like get into them, I would say the Boardworks Vortice, just because it's a lot more durable. It's gonna last. It's a lot low maintenance. The XP I would consider would be a racing board, high maintenance. Can be real fragile.
Yeah.
So
is it less stable? Or not really?
Yeah, it's less stable than compared to the Boardworks, I would say. But stability really, is an eye of the beholder, whoever. Huh? Oh, no more. What is that? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah. So
we get all kind of.
I don't even know what it's talking about.
I don't know.
It depends because stability and speed. The faster you go, the more stable it is. That's the thing and stuff too. People get confused with being unstable, but I just think that they're just not used to it. That's all it is. Whatever you perform with, if your body get used to that, then it becomes the norm. So that's.
Well, for heavier guys, I think the Boardworks one might be better fit.
For most people, I would automatically point them to the Boardworks. For most people, definitely put them to the Boardworks because it's like anything. You can grow into something a lot more extreme. If they start off at the extreme end first, they get frustrated, and you don't get frustrated. You like to learn,
Right.
It's like doing an exam without studying, So you like being in sync with your abilities, Start off with, if you can start off on a racing board, like most women, I tell them get the 12-foot holo because it's manageable, it's smaller, they can handle it. And then, most of the guys that get into the racing, I tell them go into the Boardworks Vortice, first before the XP. And then if they get real serious, then get the XP, But some guys, they don't like invest in their time and get one and then get the other after. And, in this sport, the learning curve is so fast, they just right away, And I tell people, if you're going to get the XP, cut out a lot of flat water. It's funny because you learn a lot more, like in this kind of condition. You probably learn a lot more being around other people because, you can see not only your mistakes but other people's mistakes. And you have a lot of more knowledge in the area that you can ask, about.
And you try harder when everyone's laughing at you.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's all good and stuff like that too. Plus, comparing to, you got Surf Tech, you got C4 Waterman, and you got South Point over here too. So at least there's a range of different boards, so people can choose and pick for their own likings and stuff. We got our boards because this is what we believe in. This is what we use and stuff like that too. And it's the best what works for us and for me, and that kind of stuff like that too. So, a lot of people asking us, I tell them, get into the sport. And a lot along the way too is also about respecting the ocean, respecting the equipment, and respecting other people and stuff too. Regardless, what equipment they have.
Okay, so if you wanted to give just a couple of brief messages out to like the entire stand-up community, new people, old people, whatever, what would you want to say in general?
Well, you mean people who are just starting off?
Yeah, so like on our website, right? Got any kind of people coming in. So,
well,
what do you want to tell them?
For people who are just starting off, again, start off with the basics. Get your hands on the widest board possible. In the biggest board. Start off in flat water with no wind, no current. Learn how to fall. We're all gonna fall, And the only reason we get better is because I fell a million times more than the average person. You know, so accept that you're gonna fall correctly so you don't get hurt, so you don't hurt your equipment. Learn how to stop, you know, learn how to turn. So get full control over the equipment and make that piece of equipment an extension off of your abilities, off of your body. You know, before you go venturing off into surf, you know, don't go above and beyond what your ability calls for. You know, learn the basics and try to learn from people who are already doing it. You know, a lot of people, you know, one thing they do is, and what gets in the way is egos. You know, they got big egos, so they can say I can until they find out someone gets hurt or they hurt someone else. You know, and they're only hurting themselves or hurting the spot. You know, and hurting other people. So, and that's not being respectful. You know, and that's really what we say about respect. Is just, you know, respect the area or the range. You know, if you paddling, give yourself an area of, you know, 2 to 3 board lengths away from someone else. So if you do fall down, they have time to respond or react or to get away from that, you know, falling object. But that goes not only for the stand-up community, but anybody with any type of equipment, whether it's a short board, long board. You know, it's just basic common sense.
Okay.